What might you get in a box of Super Silly Stories? What's inside of it? How does the game work? Well, I'll show you, shall we? Now this whole box is created to look like kind of a pencil box in some way, and what I love about it is if you open up the little box here, you're gonna see that there's artwork inside of it. And so as we open it, we have a little guy that reveals that's being captured by the aliens, which is super cute. So we have a lot of references, a little guy's being hatched in there, and if you wanna see the rest of the references, you might just have to check it out for yourself. All right, well, let's go ahead and take this box out and show you what's up. So there are 350 unique cards in here. All of them have unique artwork on there and some kind of text. So the possibilities are literally endless. There's like 38 billion possible stories you can create. We did the math on that. So here's what you have. You have the start cards, which start the story. You have 50 unique ones of those. The stop cards, and these cards here end the story. You have 50 unique stop cards. And then you have 250 unique story cards. And the story cards here are little notebook pieces of paper with drawings on them. So you have the 2 start and stop cards, which are notebooks, and then inside your notebooks you have the story cards, which are little notebook pieces of paper. So each story is its own little booklet, which is very cute. Inside the box you also have gold star cards, like when you were a kid and you did something good and you got a gold star card. I would not know how that felt. We have these are our points essentially, and each point has something else on it that happens that changes the dynamic of the game. But how the heck does the game work? I get it, what's inside of it? Well, last but not least, we have our tiny little rule booklet. Here's a little composition notebook that when you open it, it'll explain how the game works. All right, let's get this out of here and let's begin the game. Your goal with you and your players, your friends or family or whatever, is to work together to create the most ridiculous story. So you gather around the table, you'd put the start cards in the front, you'd put the stop cards in the back. This is going to be the bookend of your story. And then each player draws 5 story cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now once everyone has 5 cards, you pick a judge. Now what the judge does is they take a start card and flip it over. After years, I finally mustered up the courage. This was the day I was going to see what was behind that mysterious green door. I opened it. Now that sounds like an intriguing intro to a story. Now everyone except the judge then looks at all their story cards in their hand and chooses a card they think would best fit to continue the story. Now you keep these secret because what you want to do is choose what your card is and you put it face down. Then the judge will take those cards and scramble them up, look at them, and then choose what card they think best fits to continue the story. The judge then decides which card best fits to be in the story, and they read it aloud. After years, I finally mustered up the courage. This was the day I was going to see what was behind that mysterious green door. I opened it. The card chosen was, I jumped in. Now the person who played that card then wins that round. That player then gets a gold star card and it acts as their point. And they become the next judge. The players then draw cards to where they're up to 5 cards in total, and then they all choose what happens next in the story. And you continue that process until you have 3 story cards on the table. So once you have 3 story cards now on the table, that's 4 in total with the start card, then that ends that story, and the person who was last the judge then flips over the stop cards and reads the entire story aloud. Now, how do you win the game, you might ask? Well, I might say something like, friendship, or whoever makes the silliest stories, but no, I want winners. I want answers. Once you've created one story, you then discard all the cards that have been used, you keep the cards in your hand if you still have story cards, and you repeat this story process 2 more times. Once you've created 3 full stories, then all the players count up how many gold star cards they have, and the person with the most gold stars wins the game and is crowned the silly king of silliness. And that is what comes in each box of Super Silly Stories. And if you want to find out just how silly your friends and family can be, pick up a copy for yourself and find out just how many 38 billion story combinations truly is. It may take you hundreds of lifetimes, but I believe in you. It's worth it. Super Silly Stories, the story-making card game only for the silliest of people.